what if it's not your ego, it's you that wants that? And what if all of what you'd call liberation and the happiness of that is all ideas? You can't know what it is. There is something, but you can only imagine what it is. And that's going to be an idea. And so if you pursue that idea and or call that desire what your ego wants, you might be dismissing what you really want. Well, that is because ultimately spirituality is just a tool. It's just a tool for how to live freely and deeply. When you're living freely and deeply, spirituality is meaningless. Everything is spiritual or nothing is spiritual. Spirituality is a toolbox. But if the spirituality we're using it to avoid living fully and deeply because it's scary, it's not a good one. It's a misguided spiritual teaching or misguided interpretation. Or it's just, how do you say? Yeah, it's that. I would say that's what your ego wants. Well, the whole spiritual thing is what's appealing to your ego. What your ego wants is the whole liberation thing. It's the idea and fantasy about what that is. But only the idea and fantasy, not what it really is, you can't want it. I make sometimes statements that are like that, which is what liberation really is. You can't want it. Because it's the last thing that the mind wants. But then, as you said, the glamour of the renunciates and the spiritual path, the idea of that, we can want it. All of the fantasies around it and the showmanship of it. But that's the ego, the spiritual ego. Yeah, but you can't imagine what that is. Trust me. It's not conceivable. And that's the risk of, or the danger of describing it in such way, is that then a mind will hear it and say, oh, I want that. And it's going to be an idea of what that is. And it's going to be running for something that's an illusion. Yes, it's a piece that is, I can't even put words to it. It is that. And a level of well-being that's unimaginable. But it's not what you can imagine until you know it. And it's not conditioned on life in any way. And so if there's anything in life we're avoiding, that condition is always going to be moving away from true freedom, from true liberation, from true happiness, peace, joy. Yeah, because otherwise you're avoiding life. You're avoiding what you want. And if you're doing that, by definition, you're identified. Because it's all about avoidance. Yeah. It's like the Zen saying, before carry water, chop wood, after carry water, chop wood. It's not first meditate, chop wood, carry water, then go sit in the mountaintop and be happy forever after. So what changes? It can't be described. That's what that means. Because the only way you can say it is like nothing really changes. But it is implied something changes. What changes? Nothing changes. To the mind, it's a paradox. But it's definitely not living. It's not chopping wood, carrying water. And it's not through avoiding what we really want that we get any closer to that freedom. And sometimes we're so afraid of what we really want, we don't even know we want it. We tell ourselves stories of wanting something else. And if any of this resonates with you, which I see you nodding, and so I'm assuming it does, there's probably you're probably already touching pain. And if you are at any time, that's it. That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. And the freedom you're looking for is already here. None of what's happening needs to change. And that's why there's no need to avoid what you want.